Do it exist?
Yeah, it's a lung disease. It was
What does that mean?
it's a I think it's an irritant because it has volcaniosis, but it could also be that the sputum erupts like a volcano. It's such a serious lung disorder that the sputum could come flying out of the person's mouth.
Yeah,
We have,
yeah.
it's kind of gross, but yucky. Uh, Tane, let me run this through. I'm going to run this through the Google and see
Yeah.
what they say. We have to
I'm
find.
searching it as well.
You are also, yeah. Let's find out what this really intelligent boy introduced it to them. They really admire this 12-year-old boy. He's like a genius. Um, and actually, that genius boy, he's sometimes dangerous to call on because he speaks to me like a extremely intelligent. Uh, yeah, okay. So it's not that the sputum. Yeah, I found it. It's interesting. I think you maybe found the same thing. It's from inhaling very fine ash. I don't know if that's in a natural environment or a work environment. It's probably a serious thing. It's an inventive long word said to mean a lung disease caused by inhaling very fine ash and dust. Um, Origin, the 1930s, a word probably invented by Everett M. Smith, president of the National Puzzlers League, in imitation. Oh, you know what? This is a fantasy, Tane. This isn't even a real word. He invented this as part of a contest, and all the words make sense, but I don't know if doctors actually recognize this as a real, you know, sickness. The guy who invented it, Everett M. Smith, maybe was just playing word games. So let's see. Oxford Dictionary says a name that has been invented for a lung disease caused by breathing in very small pieces of ash or dust. The longest word in English, according to Oxford English Dictionary, is that word. A chronic lung disease caused by the inhalation of fine silicate or quartz dust. Silicate would be industrial. Quartz is maybe mining, people who go deep in the ground to go mining. You know what I'd like to do is get a pronunciation on this. Let's see what they say here.
Pneumano-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
And they love to say it. The three students love to say this over and over. So we'll learn to pronounce. Oh, by the way, you know this on Google, right? The slow style pronounce. So let's see if we can.
Pneumano-ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
That only hear about volcanoes.
I know, I heard just volcano. I guess silicate and ash comes from a volcano. Tane, do you use this Google app?
I usually use Oxford Dictionary to hear pronunciation.
Yeah. So you can watch videos of our class, right? So sometimes I speak too quickly, but if I speak slower, it's good for pronunciation, Let me see how to pronounce. Let's pick something easier, Tane. How to pronounce a word like ambition. Let's say ambitious. That would be more challenging for students. Ambitious, and see if it does slowly.
Ambitious.
Ambitious. Ambitious.
Ambitious.
Yeah, ambitious. There it is. One more time.
Ambitious.
Ambitious. That's actually a really good one.
Ambitious.
Yeah, so there you go. So Tane, we're waiting for the other students. How are you doing tonight? If they don't show up, please do a half an hour conversation with me, okay? Because I'll be lonely.
One more.
Here comes Ha. Good for Ha.
One more.
Now you're not all alone and you don't have to speak for 25 minutes because I'm going to be asking you questions about, school psychology, The last time I really seriously did that was 24 years ago.
Yeah. At least you remember my job about school psychologist. Hello, Jiha. We are happy that you are here.
Yeah, because we're doing school psychology. Thanks to see you, huh? Great to see you. We
Me
we're
too.
laughing. We're actually having a fun time, Tane and I, talking about school psychology, because the last time I studied that was 24 years ago. So Tane brings back these memories, and another teacher in Taiwan last year also brought back those old memories of working with kids with various disorders or problems, you know. So anyway, how are you?
Fine. After I have a dinner with my family,
Yeah,
I ride so fast
yeah.
to back home
Uh-huh.
and enjoy our class.
Thank you. Hey, how, was it on bicycle you rode back?
Hmm?
Was it you said rode back? Was it motorcycle or bicycle?
A motorcycle.
Oh, motorcycle. Okay. What do you have, a scooter or a real motorbike?
I can hear you.
Well, scooters are those smaller ones, and so we say scooter by Honda. I'll put it
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the chat.
I understand scooter.
Yeah.
But
And then
it's I mean a small gap. We can
yeah.
use a scooter, but you know, in Ho Chi Minh City where we have a lot of motorcycle and
Mm,
traffic jam all the time.
mm.
And I think motorcycle is the best transportation we choose
Do
in Ho
you
Chi
ride?
Minh
So
City.
you ride a motorbike, huh?
Yep.
Oh, very cool. What is it? Kawasaki, Honda, Yamaha?
Honda.
Oh, Honda, yeah. I'm laughing because you know,
Honda is a well-known brand in Vietnam
yeah, oh
for a
yeah.
long time.
Here I'll put in chat. In 2000, 24 years ago, I was teaching some businessmen, Japanese businessmen in Chicago, and they had just opened a Ho Chi Minh City branch for their company. And my friend Shuji said, "Oh, our salesman keeps having he has a Honda Cub scooter for his sales work, and they keep stealing it." In Ho Chi Minh City, there were scooter
Yeah.
thieves who kept stealing the Hondas. And he said,
Mhm.
the company keeps paying for a new one, but they're really getting tired of it. He had like 6 Hondas stolen because it was so popular in Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah.
Yeah,
In Vietnam, not only Ho Chi Minh City.
all over Vietnam. Yeah.
Mhm.
And let me show you. My brother had a 1970s Honda Cub, and so let me just get a picture of that for the Honda Cub in Yahoo Images. I always use Yahoo Images because they're the easiest to use. And so it was a 1970s Honda Cub. And my brother was pretty reckless on this. Yeah, I love these old Honda Cubs. These things, I think maybe are kind of expensive now. I mean, Honda made millions of these about 40
Yeah,
years ago. Yeah.
I see that because in 1990s,
Yeah,
my
1990s.
family has one.
Yeah. And then in Southeast Asia, Taiwan, you can do mother, father, and one of the children here. So it could
Yeah.
be 3
The same
members.
in Vietnam.
Yeah.
No, in Vietnam, maybe we 4 or 5, it's okay.
Oh, 4 or 5. Wow. Wow. What I liked, do you see this? Here's one that I always saw in Taipei. It was dogs on scooters in Taipei. And this one really made me laugh because sometimes the dogs would fight with each other if they were in the traffic. So you would see this, a big retriever on the scooter. And then if the other person comes up to them and they both have dogs, the dogs start fighting as they wait for the signal. Can you put dogs on scooters in Vietnam?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah. Is it safe or?
I don't know. I have no idea. But in my opinion, because I don't have any pet
Yeah.
in my apartment, and
Yeah.
I think if a dog or a cat
Yeah. Yeah.
no I mean no protect, but
Yeah.
just stand up here.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes down they
Yeah.
push down.
They could get really
It's
injured.
not
Yeah.
ensure an accident for the
Yeah.
other.
I was happy to see them. They were beautiful animals, but I became nervous, Ha and Tane. I thought, is this safe
Yeah.
for the poor dog? And this is an older dog. You can see its face is turning white. So
Yeah,
he
yeah.
can't, he can't really, if she fell on the scooter, the dog would have to run out, but then it would maybe be hit by another scooter. So sometimes I didn't like to see that. By the way, in Vietnam, do you have to wear a helmet, mandatory helmet safety?
That is a regulation from government.
Yeah, okay. Because one of my students wrote me a story here. You're a writing class, and so we have a junior writing class. I use almost the same as you for your class, but I change it a little bit this is writing class number 2, basic writing, but it's meant for primary school students. So someone wrote a thing here. Let me see, a newspaper story, if this is the right one. Yeah, here it is. I found it. We have a really intelligent student named Alice. And let me see. I told the students to pick a school issue that they feel the school should know about, right? And hey, Ting, do you want to read this one? That Alice, she's only 12 years old and she wrote this. And this gives you a chance to read. Would you like to read this? We'll give it to Ting.
Me? Do
Okay.
you ask me to read?
Yeah. Do you want to read? Because
Okay.
then this way you
Yeah.
get a chance to read and it's fun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Serious problem.
Uh-huh.
A few students do not obey the school rules, especially wearing a helmet when in traffic.
Uh-huh.
The school principal already talked about this problem, but some unknown students forgot and got caught by the principal. She even remembered their transport lion plate.
Yeah.
The principal caught a girl because she was not wearing the required helmet. The security guard reported to the principal that another girl did not obey the rules, which has mentioned by principal.
Actually, that should be that. Had been the,
Which had been mentioned by the principal. This is a fundamental problem, and teachers do not know why it has been getting worse. Nowadays, students often use tricks to get past the security. I have seen that a lot. Teachers need to have students understand the benefits of changing helmet while riding.
yeah. So I always tell the younger students and the adult students that if you write a critical piece about something that needs to change, that you should put in a suggestion for improvement, because that's what they do in academic papers. You describe a problem, but then you say suggestions for improvement. So little Ellis already knows how to do that. It's amazing. And as you can see from her writing, I only corrected maybe 6 or 7 things here. Actually, Tim, when you were reading, I realized she missed that bin. I have to tell her. I forgot to correct her paper about that. Yeah. And so, of course, I wrote, very good opinion piece, Ellis. And I only added a few corrections. Specifically, wearing a helmet was my idea. What do you think, Tane, of that topic? Is it,
I think it's fun.
yeah. Is it a problem, kids not wearing their safety helmets if they're on a bicycle to go to school?
It's not very strict in Hanoi. When okay, you need to wear helmet, but not really need to have a high quality of helmet. Yeah.
Oh no.
You know this kind of the helmet is not kind of full face. It's a like kind of a cap.
The cap helmets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It look like the cap.
Yeah, like a cap. What do they call it? Skull cap, motorcycle helmet. Yeah. These are popular in Japan too. I don't know if the police are going to let them use these. Let me stop this share. and then I'll show you what I got on Google Images.
We have more students.
Oh, I know. We see Trong Ta. Hey, Trong Ta, thanks for coming. Hello, Trong Ta. We're warming up talking about school safety and students who write newspaper stories. I'm trying to encourage my younger students to write newspaper stories, but I don't know if we did that in this class. We didn't do like a newspaper story. We could do a letter to an editor of a newspaper. That would be good. But tonight we're going to do a letter to a friend, a nice letter to a friend or family member you haven't seen in a long time. So I think these are the ones right here, right? This.
No, I think this one, maybe I can send the link.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if this is so good because there's no protection here, you know, and this is good protection, but you also need a little bit more here and a little more here. So it's not quite a proper motorcycle helmet. What do you think? Is this a good enough motorcycle helmet?
I think it's enough.
Yeah. It's
Standard. Yeah, it's enough.
Do you use
I think helmet, using helmet when ride a motorcycle is not new topic,
Yeah.
but a lot of people in Vietnam, they not force, I mean, not follow the rules, the regulation, and they, yeah, we have punishment from the government. We have a lot of policy in the school,
Yeah.
but I think it depends on the people in opinion. Yeah, some people like me, I think the helmet protect my head injury, far away injury. And I think it's very important, and I will choose a good branch. And some people think it's not really important or significant, something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they use a cheap helmet, and I mean, cannot protect their head or something like that.
Yeah. This is
And I
interesting.
think this is although this is rules, but it depends our opinion.
I used to walk past a motorcycle helmet store in Taipei in the neighborhood I lived in. And I noticed even the children's helmets that had cute Hello Kitty, pink helmets. I looked inside them because they had a big window showing all the helmets, and it looked like pretty good protection even for children. So I think they were really strict about it because the Taipei police are kind of cool. Taipei is a rich city. They have a lot of money. So they have these young guys on motorcycles. They're police officers, and they were always catching people without helmets. I saw them catch an old man once, and they were very strict about that. Said, come on over to the side. And I think they gave them expensive traffic fines for not doing that. Let me check with Trong Ta. Trong Ta, are you there? I want to see if your connection's okay. Hello, Ta.
Yeah, I'm here.
How are you today? You're sleepy.
Yeah.
Okay. That's okay. We're just doing a slow warm up to start today's class because we're waiting for more members to come. It's our final thing. And I see you have a thing there from you, a link for everyone. Thank you, Tom. Okay, Tain. All right. So tonight we'll go into the topic now. It's a friendly letter, and so I created 2 samples of one kind of letter and then another one. Let me just get my thing here ready. And it's a friendly letter. And let's see, would you like to read somebody? Because then you get a chance to speak and read. I wrote, this is a topic, a nice topic to end our 10-week session with. I have many friends around the world. I would like to choose 2 friends who I met in Saudi Arabia. There is Phil Jones, a veteran English teacher of at least 25 years. And the other person is one of my students named Noah Al-Khader. In Arabic, it's Al-Khader, who was one of my favorite students of all time. Here are some items I want to include in my letters. So let's see. Tane, can you read? If you could read 1 to 7, if it's not too much reading.
Yeah.
Okay.
Greeting start. Letter with a warm greeting. Of course, mention the friend by name. 2. Opening. Express how much you miss them and acknowledge the time that has passed since your last meeting or communication. 3. Update. Share some updates about your life since you last saw each other. Highlight significant events, achievements, or experience. 4. Inquire. Ask about your friend's life and experience. Show genuine interest in their well-being, activities, and any news they may have. 5. Memories. Recall fond.
Yeah.
Fond.
Fond means like warm, good feeling memories, fond.
Okay. Recall fond memories or experience you share together. This helps strengthen your bond and reminds your friend of the special moment you had. 6. Plans. Mention any plans or ideas you have for getting together in the future. Express your desire to connect and spend time together again. 7. Closing. End your letter with a warm closing, such as expressing your anticipation of hearing back from them soon or sending them your best wishes.
Very good. I found that word fond because I think that's an important one. It can be used in different contexts in different ways. I found fond memories. It sounds like this.
Fond memories.
Fond memories. She speaks so fast. And then
Kỷ niệm đẹp.
what do you think, Tan? Is it a good translation?
Yes, nice memory.
Yeah, nice memories. Fond memories. Very good. Okay. It's a good one to learn. Fun. But it can also have this though. I am fond of that girl. It also has this meaning too though. I am fond means I like
Tôi
that
thích
girl.
cô gái đó.
You know, I am fond of that girl. So 2 different fond meanings. Fond memories are pleasant memories, but then pleasant memories can be for another person that you really like.
Yeah, it's like
Like, it's like, yeah,
Yeah.
likable, enjoyable, but nice feeling inside. Fond. Yeah, it's a nice word. It just sounds nice. Okay. Let me see the friendly letter. So let me start with what I wrote for my friend Phil. I tried to color code this with red for number 1s, greens for number 2 or 6. Purples are updates, blues are inquiry, and brown is memory. I feel like maybe I should have done this more throughout the course. Now it's our last night and I just remembered to color code all the parts. I think I should do that more often. So Phil, P-H-I-L, he's from England, Southern England. I hope this letter finds you well in Baghdad in Iraq. I'm doing fine in Hiroshima. Thanks for your WhatsApp message last week. It was great to hear from you. The weather in Western Japan, for the most part, is pretty good with some nice spring flowers in our neighborhood. I am able to take long walks again on warm, sunny days. I was a little concerned to see on the news that a military base near Baghdad was bombed. When I see these stories, I become worried for your personal safety. Actually, it was a military base. Does the British University there have a contingency plan to help you if the violence increases? I hope so. I was taking a long walk the other day and I remembered sharing car rides into the town of Al-Asa with you, Wes and Toussaint. In a short space of time, the summer of 2022, we had some very good times together. You know what my favorite restaurant in Al-Hasa is? Burger Fuel, the place owned by those friendly guys from India. They made good hamburgers. I especially miss the sunsets in Al-Asa when we would drive back in the late afternoons from shopping at the Al-Asa Mall. I know it was only 2 years ago, but it was kind of a magic time being in such a strange desert place. Anyway, thank you for staying in touch the last 2 years. I miss you, Wes, and Tucson. I hope we can have a reunion, maybe in London in the future. Take care and be safe. No doubt I will hear from you again soon on WhatsApp. Until then, best wishes, Brendan. So let me show you the map where we were, because it's a little bit difficult to. That's Saudi Arabia, and that's the capital, Riyadh. This is the big eastern province, and our little town of only maybe 40,000 people was Al-Asa. So you fly into Dammam from another Arab country or from Europe, and then it's 90 minutes by bus to Al-Asa. So it's deep, really desert country. People ask me if I saw a camel, and once I saw 3 camels after this heavy rain. The camels came out to eat green grass. Even though it was the desert, all this green grass came. So these are my friends. Our friend Wes is still here, but Phil moved north into Iraq to teach at the British University there. So these are some of my best friends. Okay, so that's number 1 for Phil. Then I wrote this one. This one is called a congratulations style letter. And this can be for a niece or nephew who's finishing primary or secondary school. Some of my students who are 18 years old mentioned that in Vietnam, they're finishing their final exams right now, their final tests. So if one student, her name is also Ha, she said she felt she did very well in English. The 2 subjects she did very well, but in the other 2, she isn't sure if her grade was good. So congratulations style would be a nice letter for someone who is completing high school tests or graduation. So this is a guy, his name is Noah. His grandfather was from Somalia, but he moved to Saudi Arabia. So Noah is very African looking guy. And he was just a very funny kid. He loves soccer or British football. And so I had really funny memories. He wore this big ring, a big brown stone, and he used to hit the table with it when he was bored. And it was noisy, but he was also a very funny guy, Noah. So I write, Dear Noah, how are you doing? I'm enjoying some nice long days in spring in Japan. I'm writing to congratulate you on your graduation from the National Training Institute, or NITI. You were one of my favorite students at the Institute, and I really enjoyed teaching all you guys. When you complete the course this coming July, will you stay in Al-Asa or will you return to Dammam City to be closer to your family? You will no doubt stay with Hyundai Company. Will you work on the seacoast or out on the Arabian Gulf? I'm sure your family will be very proud of all that you have accomplished. I hope you find the petroleum industry He's going to work in the oil fields where Saudi Arabia makes all its money. At any rate, I am writing to thank you for your help as a reference in one of the letters of inquiry I wrote to a company which needs online English trainers for their tourism industry staff. The time difference made the work impossible for me to teach because I would have to teach at 1 a.m. and this is my sleeping time. However, your kind words and favorable assessment of my teaching abilities made a very strong impression on the recruitment agency, which really wanted me to take the assignment. Perhaps if the hours are better in the future, I could still contact them to see if work is available. Could you also pass along a thank you to the 5 Mohammeds? In Saudi Arabia, everyone is called Mohammed. It's like the American name John or Joe. So there are 5 Mohammeds in one class. Ali Yosef, Abdul Karim, and Basim. You guys all work so well as a class together that I have no doubts you and your classmates will stay together as a highly efficient team and make a name for yourselves at Hyundai. Best of luck, and by all means, keep in touch. Best wishes for you and your future, Brendan. So they're all going to graduate from a 2-year training program in English, but also working on machines for oil production in Saudi Arabia. And so just the map again, many of the students came from Dammam to the training center, or they came from Riyadh, and they all come from really big families with like 12 brothers and sisters, 20 brothers and sisters. They have these crazy big families, and so that some of them would try to go back to Dammam by car on the weekend or go to Riyadh by car on the weekend. And so they really missed their families, and they were at this training institute or school in the desert from Sunday to Thursday. Oh, by the way, in Saudi Arabia, there is no Sunday because it's a Muslim country. So their weekend starts on Thursday night and then it finishes Saturday night. And they go back to work and school on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So that's the schedule. Okay, so would you like to try to write for the next 20 minutes or so? Can you think of a friend you would like to write a friendly letter to say, like, what's happening in your life, this one? Or you could write a congratulations letter to someone who's going to graduate soon. I will probably send this to my friend Noah so he can, congratulate him on his training. So do you have any questions for that one?
Yeah, I have a question.
All right, huh?
You can back to the first letter.
Okay, back to this one here, yeah.
The first sentence you write, I have this letter find you well. It's the same meaning with I hope you are doing well, right? Okay.
Yes, it is, yeah. I hope
Okay.
you're doing well. Good question, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. It's just the way I wrote it is a little bit old-fashioned because Phil went to a really high-level university in Britain. He's a very intelligent guy. So I find when I speak to sort of very high university teachers from Oxford and Cambridge and the University of London, I use the older style proper English with them and they're comfortable with it. So I hope this letter finds you well in Baghdad. Yeah. Okay.
And the second is the final sentence you write, no doubt.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
No doubt means that's a great question too. It means I'm certain I'm certain I will hear from you. Do you know I'm certain I will hear from you, huh? Means it's probably going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah. No doubt means
Yeah.
it has different meanings, but like no doubt can be, oh yeah, no doubt means I agree with you. But this is no doubt is I expect to hear from you soon, this kind of thing. So let me show you. Let's actually look at what they do. No doubt I'll hear from you soon. I ran this through the Vietnamese translator because I do enjoy using this. I think sometimes it's good. And sometimes students laugh because it's not so good. But this looks pretty good. Let's take a look. All right, so.
No doubt,
Yeah, I
I'll hear
see.
from you
I
soon.
see.
Yeah.
Không còn nghi ngờ gì nữa, tôi sẽ sớm nhận được phản hồi từ bạn.
How a good, taking good translation?
Yeah, it's okay.
Beautiful. All right. I'm always checking with you students to see if the translation is good because last week the students were laughing and laughing because one of the translations was really strange. You remember that? Were you last week? You were in my class. It was students. I'll put it in chat who went to Nha Trang had seafood.
Yeah, Nha Trang City.
Seafood clams, I think it was seafood clams, right? And they had a really strange, the student kept laughing and laughing. She said, Brendan, that sounds so strange. The translation from Google. Okay, do you want to post your letters in chat when you're finished with them, since there are only 2 students? And that way I can correct anything you write. I can easily correct it. So if we could do 15 or 20 minutes of quiet writing, and we can try another letter. And it's your choice, congratulations or a letter to a friend. Let me write another letter.
Please
King
give
to
me the, yeah.
What do you think? Do you accept the challenge, Ha and Tain? All right. Okay, good. Just checking. All right, I'm going to write one more letter to my friend Carrie because she contacted me today on Facebook. And so,
Brendan,
yes.
could
Hey,
you please send a template in Yellow group?
can you send a, what is it?
The letter.
Oh,
Your file.
put it in a PDF. Is that okay? And put it in Yellow?
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that right now. Thanks for reminding me. I'll get this here. I was just writing the letter to my friend, so I'll just put that one away. And then this file goes to export as PDF. And there we go. And we'll call it friendly letter, lesson 10. And we'll call it PDF 2 because they have an original PDF that, okay, and that should work. And we'll put this one here into Friday night at 10:30 and go here. Okay. And let's get it to load the 2.85 megabytes. Okay. Here's tonight's lesson on friendly letters. Thanks for reminding me too, Ha, because then the other students who can't come tonight can enjoy this lesson also. Okay. And then I'll add to my original letter. So you have a nice message from Gulf. All right. Dear teacher, Gulf, I've just come back home. All right. All right, Gulf letter. Hello, Gulf. All right. So Gulf is going to join us, everyone. Maybe she's here now. And Trong Ta came back. And let's see. I'll explain to them when they come. Hello, teacher. Who is TZ? All right. TZ, mutual group. I don't know who that is. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here's Gulf. Gulf, I like that avatar. It's funny.
Yes, hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm so
it looks great.
sorry for being late.
That's all right. You just came home,
Yes.
you said.
Yeah, so sorry.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's all right. We're just
Yeah,
in
I still remember the last time I confirmed that I enjoyed the lesson, but I go back a little bit late to my home. Yeah.
yeah.
So
Today
sorry.
we're doing just a kind of a easygoing lesson on writing a letter to a friend or a family person you haven't
Yeah.
seen in a while and saying hello to them. Let me show you on the share screen what we worked on so far.
Yeah.
Friendly
So
letter.
I have just looked on the channel you said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here's what it looks like, Gulf. This was a letter to a friend named Phil. And it has, you know, it has this color. We have the greetings, the opening, an update in your letter,
Yes.
asking a question, memories of your friend, plans together, and the closing is a nice ending. So then I did that for my friend Phil.
Mm.
I wish I had a picture of Phil. He's bald, but he has a beard. He's a funny guy. But I can't get WhatsApp on my desktop, so I can't get a picture of Phil. He was a really good teacher. He has a very nice accent, his speaking accent. It's a real Southern England accent. It's very good for communication. I kind of envy his speaking style. It has like melody in it. It almost sounds like he's singing.
Yeah.
So Phil is now working for a British university in Baghdad in Iraq. But the thing I noticed about Phil is he wants to make more money for his family. So he picks dangerous English teaching work in places like Afghanistan, Iraq, and Libya. And everywhere he's been, Gulf, like violence starts. He has bad luck. So I worry about my friend Phil.
Yeah.
I think he does it because the money is more than usual. By working in Afghanistan, his salary was really high, but he would hear gunfire and things like that. And but he says every place he's lived in, if it's Saudi Arabia, Iraq, Afghanistan, or Libya, he said the people are always friendly, even though there is violence. So I thought that was a nice thing to say, you know, that no matter where he goes, the people are actually really kind. It's just the government has problems fighting other groups who want to take power.
So it look like no pain, no gain. So I don't know how to say
Yeah,
in
no
English.
pain, no gain. That's a good point.
So in French, we have a sentence that if people don't want to be in the rich, so
Yeah.
risk, they have
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So
Hey,
and
Gulf,
so how about
how long did you live in France before you returned to Vietnam?
So in fact, so I have many mission in French, business mission, and I studied there about nearly 2 years for master. Yeah.
There's a question for you, Gulf. Did you get used to the French lifestyle? You know,
Gets used to, that mean
it becomes familiar. It feels comfortable. It feels good.
Yeah. Yes, I love it.
Oh, I don't know. How do you spell that? Boulanger, right?
Boulangerie.
Oh, boulangerie. That's the
Right.
the great bread shops.
Boulangerie.
Yeah, boulangerie. I have to spell that. I'm disappointed. I can say it, but I can't. Translate boulangerie.
So croissant.
Yeah. Is that right? You know, because Vietnam has that shared history, for better or worse. Then,
Yeah.
you know, I'm always sensitive in how I say that, right?
So I think the food is really good. The
Món
fine,
boulangerie.
yeah.
Okay.
So the fine dining, I love the fine dining, and I love wine.
Okay, you did get used to it.
Yes.
Dining.
Yeah. Very well cooked, and also very well decorate. I love it.
Yeah. Now,
Yes.
did you eat this one dish that British people and Americans say they don't want to eat this?
Foie gras.
Yeah. What is that Vietnamese?
Gan ngỗng.
Do they still
Yeah.
eat that in Vietnam because of the French influence?
So in fact, we imported from France, and in some 5 or 4 star hotels. So we have, but it's also still expensive a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think I've tried it at Japanese wedding parties. Do you think this is good to eat, or do you think it's mean to the goose?
So at the moment, even in France also, they have how to say squirrel. So
Yeah.
many people, they protest again
Yeah.
about eating this because they want to protect also the goose.
Yeah, I mean, they force feed the goose until he dies, right? It's pretty
Yeah.
but it's so delicious. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like
Yeah.
pure butter fat. You know?
I think we do not eat much. So in the morning a little bit, or when we eat
It's
like a far,
expensive, isn't it?
eat like a far, how do you say, a cold cut, right?
Yeah, a cold
Some
cut.
kind of cold cut. Yeah.
Expensive cold cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Japanese still love it. Every wedding I go to, they have a foie gras plate.
Mm.
You get one little piece, but you know, it feels good to eat it.
Mm.
Golf, I'm sorry, were you here last week for the lesson?
Yes. So the last time I have been with you, but
Okay,
because only 2 people, you told me that we will stop and we work for today.
yeah, so I'm glad you could all come back. That's why I asked.
Yeah.
I'm laughing because Ha was in our Saturday night class, and the students were describing seafood from Nha Trang. My spelling, Golf. Is that right? Nha Trang? I don't know if I got that spelling right. Nha Trang. And the students were all laughing because the Google translator did not correctly translate it, right? What is the famous seafood from Nha Trang? Do you remember? Let me see. Nha Trang seafood. Okay. Let me put this in the share screen here. So the Nha Trang seafood.
Hải sản Nha Trang.
Is that right? How is that okay for Nha Trang seafood? Okay, let me go here.
So teacher, Nha Trang, so this is the name of a province in Vietnam.
Yeah, but there was this.
Yeah.
What's the special seafood though? Do you know its name? I'm sorry, you put the wrong one here. The special seafood in Nha Trang. We had a choice here. We did this one. I think we did mussels, contrai, or scallops. Conso. Oh, that's it. Scallops. I think there were scallops. But I don't know. And then there was one more choice. It was escargot. Maybe escargot.
Yeah. Yes, escargot, they have very well.
See, that's what I find really interesting, that these words like boulanger and escargot, they stayed in the Vietnamese language because the French were there for 75 years, right?
Yeah.
So we still got those. By the way, you know that the amount of time the French were there, it's exactly the same amount of time, almost the same, that the Japanese were in Taiwan. And so when I lived in Taiwan, I could still see all the Japanese influences on Taiwanese society. So I wonder if there are still French influences on Vietnam.
Yes, I think they influenced a lot because at that moment, so they how to say, so they send many French people there, and they work like in the administrator, and they give also they build also the school. They teach French. Yeah.
I was going to ask you that question. When you were in Paris and you wanted to just eat some Vietnamese food again because you missed it, could you find either expensive restaurants or cheap restaurants with good Vietnamese food?
So in general in Paris they have a district where 13 district where we can find every Asian food. So this
Okay.
is the Vietnamese people and also Chinese people. They cook and
Oh,
it yeah. So it's not really expensive because when I go in France, so I got a scholarship. So
yeah.
I don't make the saving. I try to enjoy my study, enjoy the life, and also I travel in other country nearby. So
Yeah.
I visit 11 country at that moment.
Oh, yeah. That's why I love Europe. You can visit 11 countries. I got a little fly flying around my room.
Yes. So when I go back to Vietnam, I still have only 50 euro.
Oh,
50 only.
50
Many,
euro left.
yeah. Many friends of mine, so they can save, they have a saving for the future. But I think so. I just take the chance and this opportunity to travel around.
Yeah, I love Western Europe, you know, places like Denmark and France and Switzerland,
Yeah.
Spain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so if we visit Paris or even for France, so it takes many days. I think, 2 months or more than 2 or 3 months. So to discover the beauty
Yes.
of Paris and also other provinces. Yeah.
My
They
mother
have
and
many
father,
museums.
oh yeah, just the museums, you can spend all day in museums.
So in Louvre, so we need 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
More than that. It's really big, and they have also many museums. So Musée d'Orsay or each kind of product, they have also museum. Yeah.
That's why I like the British Museum, because, you know, the British took treasures from all over the world. Sometimes they paid for them, sometimes they just took them, which is bad. But they're interesting treasures, you know, the Egyptian mummies and things like that.
Yeah.
Love it. Yeah.
Mm.
Did you, when you were in Paris, did you miss Vietnamese food? Like you just want to get a really good bowl of pho, so you can go to a Vietnamese restaurant, enjoy good pho?
Yes, we can find it in Paris. And so I stay also 1 year in the south of France, in Nice, Côte d'Azur. Yeah. And there they have also Vietnamese restaurant. Yeah.
And so you know that word authentic, it's really authentic.
Not really, not
Oh, no,
really
it
the
is.
same.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think it's okay. It's okay at that moment. Yeah.
So the quality is okay. Another way is passable. Do you know this one, Golf? I wrote it in the chat. It's passable. Do you know passable?
Yeah, understood. So so passable. So this is the French word.
Oh, is it?
Passable.
Passable.
Yeah.
Okay.
Passable. That means you can it is acceptable. It is okay. It's not really good. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Very good.
Yeah.
See, because I'm in Japan, you know, we always try to look for a really good hamburger. And so I just make the hamburgers myself using Australian beef. You know, it's a little bit better. It's authentic because I'm an American guy making them.
Yeah.
So they're good. I enjoy them, using recipes from Google.
And so even for me, sometimes when I go in France, so I made some Vietnamese food and I invite my friend and to come to enjoy it. Yeah.
Oh, very nice.
And I love also Japanese food. I
Ah.
think I don't know, but I think it's not really heavy, the Japanese food. Yeah.
True. Yeah, it's lighter. It's funny you say that because that's what I ate for dinner tonight, Japanese food.
So is this okay?
Yeah.
It's good? Yeah.
Very
But
good,
in
very
Vietnam, so Japanese food is still very it's still expensive in comparison with the the salary, the salary and revenue of the people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder, Golf, if I have some rich students, because these students write in their homework assignments, "Oh, my family took me to a great Japanese place for dinner last night." You know,
Yeah.
wow, was it your birthday? No, we just wanted to get outside the house.
Yeah, because some restaurant is expensive. So that's why. So when we have an event in the family, we went out because the decoration of the
Yeah.
restaurant
Uh,
is a little bit different. It's not noisy. We think that it's a little bit private, and also so some restaurant the food is fresh
Yeah.
and good. Yeah, the
Let
taste
me,
different. Yeah.
let me show you some examples of the
Mm.
Japanese food. So many, of course, the sushi. The
Mm.
noodles are kind of like pho, I guess. It's ramen with beef and something. A lot of sushi, almost all
Yeah.
sushi. This one's nice. That's oden, winter food. It's really cold in winter, so you have eggs from the quail are smaller than chicken eggs. You know quail eggs, right? Do people eat a lot of these in Vietnam? Quail eggs, these little ones,
Yeah, the small one.
small ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love them. They're just so small and tender. I hope this isn't making everyone hungry, but yeah, there's the big one and the little one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're wonderful. There's one Japanese one. Have you tried this one, Golf, called Nikujaga? This is a really crazy history, Nikujaga. It's this is a good typical Nikujaga. It's onions, carrots, green beans, potatoes, and beef. And
Yeah.
the Japanese got this recipe from the Dutch because when Japan created a really big ship in 1870, they went to around the world, but half of the young sailors died because their nutrition was really bad. So the Japanese asked all the Europeans and American at their embassies in Tokyo, "Could you give us a recipe that your sailors use?" So the Dutch said, "Yeah, this comes from Indonesia. It's called Nikujaga. We put potatoes, and so the Japanese added soy sauce to this, and their sailors didn't get sick anymore because they can see they can get good vitamins from this dish. But that one's made really nicely, high quality.
Yeah.
Do you in the major Vietnamese city? Do you have the yakitori restaurants? Do you know the grilled stick food like this, the yakitori?
But yes, we have. But in general, when we went to the Japanese, so sometimes in general, we eat the raw fish.
Okay, you're sushi people.
Yeah.
Do they make really good sushi in Vietnam because you have good seafood?
So it depends on the restaurant as well.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Sometimes people describe this as button sushi, like I'm wearing buttons on my shirt. They call it button sushi, but this is good because the green wasabi here, this is the really natural stuff, because I know when the wasabi comes apart like that in small pieces, it means it's high quality. And then this is fresh ginger, which is really wonderful. For most houses, the wasabi can be really expensive, so people have tube wasabi. Do they sell this in the supermarkets in the Japanese section? They say it's fake wasabi. It looks like.
So why is this? Is this expensive in Japan?
No, this one is really cheap because this is real wasabi that's expensive, right? But the fake wasabi is not. Like if you look at the fake wasabi, let's see. It's in a tube. Yeah, you can see this at the grocery store. This is in the tube. This is not real wasabi. They take a hot Chinese radish and they put green food. Yeah.
The Japanese one is really hot. Yeah.
Yes. That's why I really like the real wasabi.
Yeah.
And so
I love sashimi.
Yeah. Oh, sashimi's wonderful, yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
Gulf, have you tried the famous fugu sashimi?
Yeah. So in
That's the-
general in Vietnam they make they mix different thing like that. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know this one though? This one is the famous fugu sashimi. It's beautiful. I've only eaten this twice. But
One kind of fish, right?
yeah, it's the poison fish.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And you
But
have
in
to have
Vietnam not much people eat it.
yeah, people are afraid of it. Like my American friends say, you actually ate that? Can't you get poison? But you have to have a special license to prepare it.
Yeah.
And
Because so before I know some people they would die because of this kind of fish because they have something small near to the I don't know how to say in English the word.
Here. Poison, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So you have to have a special license to prepare this. Because he can be, it's really powerful poison. I'm sure like Japanese assassins use it or something. But it is really delicious with the fresh lime. You squeeze it. I recommend trying it, but you just have to make sure.
Can we say that this is a snakehead fish beeler?
Oh, yeah, I would probably just say fugu. Even Americans understand fugu now. You could say puffer fish. Puffer is okay too. Puffer fish. There's the puffer fish. All different kinds of puffer fish. So it's the Japan puffer fish is the fugu. I'm not sure if they're all poison, but the Japanese one is.
Yeah.
The fugu. But yeah, it's best if the person who prepares it has a license. Once every couple years, maybe a fisherman catches one, and then his grandmother makes it for the whole family, and then people get really sick or die because she didn't prepare it right. She doesn't have a license for taking out the poison part. And so
I said Google, so it said that snakehead fish beeler.
Yeah. Can you eat those in Vietnam?
Huh?
In Vietnam, do you eat the snakehead fish?
Yeah. So I think some reason in Vietnam they eat it. Yeah. In the market I saw also.
Oh wow, yeah, it's a strange fish. Here it is in America. This is the snakehead map. Northern snakeheads. Oh, there's my hometown, Chicago, has likely climate. Don't quite understand what this map is, but where are they found? Yeah. Let's see. How did the spread of exotic animals? Let's see if they went to Vietnam. How do they came to America? Oh yeah, I know this one, Gulf. This one became really controversial because this is Gulf. This is the fish that you can pull out. Like if it's in a pond here, it can actually walk across. Yeah. Is that an environmental problem in Vietnam?
So at the moment, so with the I think many people they think about the economy first, the money, so the environment. So so we have campaign, but because many in the I think so this is the fact. I think in the countryside, many people they have very difficulty. So sometimes they don't care at the moment. Don't care much. For the environmental issue, maybe so in the future, or even very big real estate investor they forgot even because of the benefits of the profits, so they forgot also the environment. They left behind the environmental issue. Yeah.
Wow, it's just so big.
Yeah.
Doesn't it eat a lot of other fish? So it's an environmental problem.
No, it don't cause any problem with us at the moment. So the problem it's not about the fish or the seafood. at the moment. So in Vietnam, I think so destroy the forest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, to clearing the land. Yeah, the mangrove, something
Yeah.
like that.
He
Mm.
just eats everything, right? Because it's so big, it has to eat everything.
Mm.
I think most of these are Asian fishermen, who are catching these in Thailand
Yeah.
and Vietnam. Because, all the pictures, the really beautiful big ones are guys from Asia.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay. How interesting.
really-
Beautiful fish, though. Look at
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Big fish.
Oh, I know how these got into the American system. Somebody had these in a tank, a fish tank in a restaurant, and they just put them in their back pond. And it was a Chinese restaurant. That's right. And the
Yeah.
population just exploded so quickly because it really liked the American river system. So yeah, that's why it's all over here. And then there's its original range here. Yeah.
It's really big. So in Vietnam, it's small. It's the fish. This
Okay.
kind of fish is small. Yeah.
Are they delicious to eat? I mean, do people really like them?
Mm, I don't know. For me, I don't like this kind of fish.
Uh, I like seafood. I don't like fish. Fish is like
Yeah,
too strong. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like this kind of fish as well. Yeah.
So they call it an invasive species. Means that it invaded these environments.
Yeah.
All right. Let's check with everybody.
Yeah.
The basic writing from Ha and Tane. Hey, Tane, are you still there? I'm sorry we started to talk about fish and Japanese food. And I know it was a long day for her. I'm sorry, Tane. Golf and I started to talk about delicious seafood. And would you like to read yours, Tane?
Yeah.
Okay.
So my writing is dear
Yeah, like
ADS. How are you doing? I hope this email finds you well. I'm doing well and still working in Hanoi. I'm so happy to see your photos with your family updates on Facebook. It makes me miss you and your warm hearts a lot. I'm working as school psychologist and I work with students from primary school to high school. I could talk and look after their mental health and see them better day by day. It makes me feel my job is more meaningful. How about you? Do you have any plans for summer? Because I hope I can see you in Hanoi if you travel for summer holidays. I totally missed the last time we had dinner together at your cozy house with your parents and lovely children. Anyway, thank you for keeping in touch the last 3 years. I miss you and I hope we can have a reunion maybe in Hanoi. Enjoy your time with your family and I'm looking forward to hearing from you soon. Best wishes.
Oh, it's perfect. I really like it. I just saw one small grammar, Tane. I mean, it's a wonderful letter. Where was it, Tane? I hope this email finds you. I'm doing well. I'm so happy to see. This is all very good, very good, very good. It's fine, Tane. There's nothing wrong here. I miss your warm hugs a lot. You could just say a lot, but there's a lot of S's there. So if you want, Tane,
Without
you can,
S.
yeah, just say a lot. I miss your hugs a lot. And that was the only mistake. So that's amazing. I almost feel bad telling you there was just one small mistake because it's a perfect letter, right? Let me go through.
Yeah, when you use a lot with S and
Well, you can
without
use it
S.
this way. You could say, just casually, you can say to a friend, I miss you lots. That's okay. That's an affectionate way. You say, oh, I miss you lots.
Okay.
And you see that a lot. It's cute in social media. But if you were writing in school, you'd say, oh, I miss you a lot. That would be good. I miss your warm hugs a lot. All right. Very good. And so Tane, of course, I won't start talking about school psychology again. You know my joke. I love talking about school psychology because 25 years ago, I did that for 2 years. I had to study it as part of an education master's program. And I worked, my professor was very strict. She made me work very hard, but she was like one of the top school psychologists in all of Chicago. She was kind of nationally famous, Miss Roth. I loved learning from her, and she gave me a lot of useful advice because I was working with one student. Do you know this one, Tane? It's called Inclusion Assistant. In the American system, Inclusion Assistant. It's a good word to learn if you have to go.
What
It's really
does it
strange. In 1990, the American government passed the Americans with Disabilities Act. And what that was is the government said businesses and schools have to create a special ramp for students in wheelchairs, people in wheelchairs, people who need help with doors opening. And then America's a country of lawyers, you know, lawyers always ask the government to extend the rights, you know, it's our sort of socialist system. And the lawyer said, what about students at school who need help with mental problems? Could you give them an assistant? And then the government said, you're right. The Supreme Court said, yeah, you're right. We have to include a helper for each student who really needs help. So school districts receive government money from the national and state governments. And so it's a really good full-time job if you're a graduate student. In the daytime, you work for a standard 8 o'clock in the morning till 3:30 in the afternoon as helping a student. So I was taking care of just one boy who had really bad hyperactive disorder. It's not an easy job, but at the same time, I was doing a master's degree in education. So this specialist always gave me really useful information on how to help this boy. And I enjoyed it. I did it for about 5 months, but then I switched back to teaching English because that's when I first started to work with students from Vietnam and Mexico. And that was easier for me because I liked working with adults more at that time.
But like how many school psychologists for a school in America?
There should be one for each school. So the guy was
And for
really
how
nice
many
guy.
students?
That was a really rich school, Tane. You know, it had a lot of local government money because the houses were so expensive. So they had, for that primary school, there were only about 250 or 275 students. And there was one PhD guy who was in charge of the middle school ages 12 to 14, but also the primary school. He was a very nice guy to work for. Yeah, they really supported each other as a team. I really admired them. They taught me so much. I'm going to check how you just put it in Word. I'm going to say download completed. And so let's see if Ha's thing came up
Please
here.
check the final version because
Absolutely.
the first one.
Here we go. Hey, thanks for putting it in Word because this is what I do most of my proofreading in, Ha. And all right, so we're going to open Ha's thing and I'm going to do the thing. Ha, you don't mind if I edit it right here in class?
Not edit because yeah.
Okay. Dear
Because,
Jana.
Is it
Jana? Jana?
Yeah, Jana.
Dear Jana.
I read it.
Yeah, can you read it?
Okay. Dear Jana, I have this this letter find you well in Zlin. Zlin is a place in Czech Republic.
Ah, okay.
I'm delighted when receiving the news that you will have a business trip to Ho Chi Minh City in August. In fact, the weather in Ho Chi Minh City is able to more comfortable at that time, and you will enjoy that. I will send you the details plan below. I will pick up you in the airport, and please give me the information of your flight after booking. The first day, you will be a chairman of 2 finance sections of conference, impacting on 8:30 a.m. and 2 p.m. After that, we will have a warm dinner with the other chairman and keynote speaker. The second day in the morning, 9 a.m., you have a presentation talking about small and medium enterprises in Czechia. And we have a gala dinner at 6 p.m. The next few days we will have a Mekong Delta tour to enjoy indigenous culture, custom, and cuisine. And the final day, we could go to the Bến Thành market to buy different souvenirs for your children and friends. In case of you want to explore various places in Ho Chi Minh City, such as Ho Chi Minh Museum or War Remnant Museum or Notre Dame Church, we could go to there. If you have any change, please tell me. We will edit and revise it. Take care and be safe, Jana. Can't wait to see you again. Best regards.
Yeah, so for Tain and Ha, thank you. You did the assignment. Nice, both of you. That's really wonderful. And again, Ha, I don't see many corrections here. It's good enough. It's actually really nice. I like how you use this expression gala dinner. It's a little old-fashioned, but it's really sincere. It's really sweet. I like it. So I'm glad you put that in there. Czechia, is that Czechoslovakia, Czech Republic?
Republic? Yeah.
Okay, so
because
you could say,
okay,
yeah.
you can.
So you could say maybe Czech Republic, I guess. Yeah, it's interesting because my friend just came back. He's from Czech Republic too, and now he's living in Hiroshima again. So they're nice people, the Czech people. They like to eat and drink, so I'm glad you're taking them for some dinners and things like that. By the way, the Mekong Delta tour to enjoy the culture, custom, and cuisines. Can I show you this one? I saw this on a program by a famous American chef named Tony Bourdain. He died when he was 63 years old, but he loved Vietnam, and his French co-chef used to come, and they used to duck baked in mud on the Mekong Delta. Let's see if I can find this here. They went to a traditional village on the Mekong, and yeah, here it is. I found it. Do you know about this Mekong baking of the duck? This television show made this really famous. So I think a lot of tourists want to go and try the Mekong baked duck. Yeah, so
it makes me starving.
Because it's so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's clay, right? It's clay, and then leaves, and then the duck. Yeah, that looks so good. Let's see, where did they put the duck in the mud? This shows the actual fire. So there's have you tried this before, in the indigenous villages?
Yeah, this is not only in Mekong Delta. We have a lot of province. We have this one.
Okay.
Yeah, and in the Mekong Delta, we have a special that is the market in the river.
Oh yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
So yeah. The chef from America and his French chef friend, who they both knew so much about Vietnam, they were in one of these boats and they pulled up and they got the morning French bread, the croissant, and they also got really delicious strong coffee. And I would love to try that Vietnamese strong coffee as well. You can buy it from one of these boats. They have an old-fashioned coffee maker. And the chef said, oh my gosh, this coffee is so delicious, but it's really, really strong to wake up in the morning, right? All right, so there are the melons. By the way, in Vietnam, do people enjoy eating this at the holiday time? This is so funny because in Singapore, they love to eat this, but the government says, please don't bring it into the hotels. The durian?
Durian, I know.
Yeah. Do you like this, Ha and Tain and Gulf and Trong Ta?
It's amazing.
Oh, it is amazing. Okay. Now, do they eat a lot of this in Vietnam?
Yeah, this is the seasonal of durian.
Oh, it is. Okay.
No, yeah.
No. Do the
But
hotels?
it's the different. It's the different in the middle. I mean, in the highland and in the east south.
Yeah. Now, Does the
different.
government or the hotel during the Tet holidays in February, do the hotel say, please don't bring them because they smell bad into the hotel room? Because Singapore has those signs, please do not bring durian into your hotel room.
Can you eat durian?
I've never tried it, huh? They were selling this in a Japanese department store in the supermarket in the basement, but each one was like 10,000 yen, which was really expensive for a durian. So I still have to try
Yeah.
this. Yeah.
It's so expensive maybe in Japan, in Malaysia.
Yeah.
If you want to cheaper price, you could buy a air ticket to Vietnam and
Yeah.
enjoy in this summer.
Yeah, I really want to go to Vietnam. But the students, they tell me these stories about how hot it is. And I become nervous to go there in summer, you know. But that's probably the best time for me to travel in summer. These are kind of fun because Americans began to really like lychee because the Chinese restaurants have lychee after really good seafood or spicy food. They eat lychee. Are these really popular in Vietnam too?
Yeah, it's very popular in the north of Vietnam.
Yeah, I love these. I think it's just such a great taste. Yeah. And really good after spicy food, you know, to have some lychee. Yeah.
And in the south, we have the Longan, the same with lychee. Do you know?
Yeah. Is it called mogu lychee?
No.
Longan.
Longan.
Yeah.
Longan.
Yeah.
How do you spell Longan?
L-O-N
Yeah.
G-A-N.
Longan
Yeah.
fruit. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see what the longan is. Oh, wow. Yeah, those are beautiful lychees.
Yeah.
I think I had these in Singapore. Oh my gosh, those look so good. Now is it making you hungry again? Huh?
Not really hungry. It's starving. Very
Starving.
hungry.
And this one is just unbelievably delicious. I love the star fruit. To me, it tastes like really good bubble gum. The star fruit.
Yes, star fruit.
It's just so delicious. I love star fruit. Right.
It include the sour and sweet flavor.
All
Like, yeah.
mixed, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
That is just such a great fruit. And then
So,
the final.
Miss Hà, we have another kind of food, so mangoston in French. I don't know quả măng cụt đó chị.
Okay.
Mangoston.
Let me search. I don't know.
So
Mangosteen.
Huh?
Mangosteen.
Oh, mangosteen. Yeah, mangosteen. Yeah. This
Yeah,
one
you
was
can
really
search
popular
mango.
in the dragon fruit was really popular in Taiwan. Mangosteen. Yeah, there's mangosteen fruit.
Huh?
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah, this
So
one's
yummy.
really good.
So yummy.
So this
yummy.
is the right season for this.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, this is.
Durian and
this-
this.
Chôm nữa chị ơi. So I don't know.
Let me think. I
And there they
didn't
are.
remember.
Yeah, another red one near to the Dragonstein, something like that. Yeah, this one. I don't know how to say in English.
Is it the dragon's fruit? No, it's not.
No.
Rambutan.
Rambutan.
Yes, rambutan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
rambutan. Let's see, just pure rambutans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a tropical country. So the fruits very delicious. Mango, pineapple. This is the right season.
Oh, yeah. Looks so delicious and all good for you, all healthy too. All very good.
It's
Okay,
sweet.
ready? Hey, Golf, here's your French. It's such an easy question, right? But I'll give it to you. And so there it is. And So remember how to say it in French?
Mhm.
Is it
Uh,
framboise?
framboise.
Yeah, framboise.
Framboise. Yeah.
It's a funny name, framboise.
Yeah.
What do
So
they
they
call
make the jam
it
with
in
that.
Vietnam? Yeah,
So
do they
we
call
have this kind.
yeah?
Huh?
Do they call it framboise in Vietnamese?
So this is like uh how you say in English? Raspberry? No, raspberry different.
Raspberry, yeah, raspberry. Yeah, raspberry. So I wonder, what they call that.
Yeah,
me-
raspberry. That
It is raspberry. So in English to Vietnamese, raspberry is that right?
Dâu rừng, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's really cool. All right. Well, so we have 2 writing samples. It's okay just to chat tonight. I thank Tane and Ha for your hard work. Trong Ta was really sleepy. I don't know if Trong Ta went to sleep or not. It's fine if she wants to sleep. She said, I worked so hard today, teacher, but she did come back, so I'm happy about that. So since you are such great students and you have good relations with Dr. Duke, if you want to design a course, you can contact her and say, I'd be interested in this kind of course. Can Brendan teach it? And another 2 of my friends are going to become teachers too. And we're completely flexible for adult classes. It might be kind of nice if you wanted to think of ideas of a course you would like to do. I think you really enjoyed the business English course for
Yeah.
writing. And so if you can think of any other topic that you would like to do, like Tane, we could do school psychology in English. No, I'm just joking.
So, teacher, I really want to learn about public speaking.
Okay.
Yeah, and also negotiation.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, public speaking negotiation. All right. We'll have to definitely present these to Dr. Duke.
Yeah.
She has a strong history of debate and presentation for
Because
teenagers.
yeah.
So we want to design that for adults. Sounds
Yeah.
good to me. I like it.
And so at the moment, so do you have any class regarding the IELTS or SAT? SAT?
Yeah, the IELTS, the British Council does the IELTS. I do the writing IELTS for this organization, which the organization's change, IELTS. The organization's changing to that name. Kberry is becoming the umbrella publishing and education. So I do the IELTS. Let me show you a sample from the other students so you can see the work I do in the IELTS. Let me go back to here. And the students submit their IELTS. So it's okay to show you this because you're wonderful.
You give the writing class, right?
Yeah, this one is just kind of a private tutorial. It's like a tutoring system. And so
Yeah.
you get a topic and then I check the writing. Let me see. Where is it? Where is my...
Because people tell me that for have the high score, so in general they have a technique, right? For
Yeah.
writing, for speaking.
So they do the writing with me. I'm happy to teach it because the students try really hard. This one student is maybe a college professor because his writing, or I'm not sure if it's male or female, but the writing is just perfect. And I'm trying to find, I have it in a folder. Let me quickly show you that if I can find it. I'll do that and save. And if I can get through these files, my IELTS files are Word files, and I'll show you Mr. Long, what his writing looks like. And it should be okay to share this. It's not personal, it's just topic writing, So let's see where I am. Share screen, and we'll look at Long to show you what this looks like. Yeah, there it is. Okay, it's Microsoft corrected. So what the IELTS writing looks like is this. You get a topic like number 1 was, the world has many towns and cities constructed in previous centuries that were more suitable and livable for people in those times than they are now. What problem will this cause? and what can be done to solve these problems. So this was the topic for March 2nd, 2024. And then you just write a one-page response, and then I give my comments and I do all my corrections here. So it starts with an introduction, paragraph 1, paragraph 2, and then the conclusion. But to answer your question, Golf, this can also be used very nicely in public speaking if you were to speak this IELTS things. His introduction says, it is the case that numerous towns and cities in the world. When I first read this, I said, good introduction, but actually Long became much better. His work just became really unbelievably good, to the point there were no corrections in his work. And very intelligent man. I think it's a man. Long is a man. I'm not sure. I just know the name Long. So, and then if
It's a man in general. Yeah.
oh, he's a man in general, yeah. Because it's interesting, Golf, because I could tell by his writing tone that he was a man. I don't know why. Just, oh, this is a man's writing. Yeah. So then I get back to him. I say, this is good. This is a good topic. The IELTS topics from the British Council all around the world, they're actually really good topics. You know, if I go back to this, world has many cities and towns with old architecture. And so what problems will this cause if people are living in older buildings in Italy and France or Vietnam? Should the government take down the old, you know, and build new safe places? So then you argue it. Usually you do your introduction and then you support it, and then you also do the negative here, and then your conclusion. So Long's conclusion, in conclusion, implementing solutions modern societies can enhance the desirability and sustainability of historic towns and cities, ensuring they remain vibrant and functional for future generations. So what Long was saying is he supports the government repairing old buildings in Vietnam because they're really important cultural buildings. And it's a pretty cool standpoint. All right, so I will say goodbye to you, but remember, you can always drop me messages in Yalo. And then by all means, help design a new course that's good for all of you. Does that sound like a good idea?
Yes. Thank you, teacher. Yeah.
Great. So thank you very much. All of you are regular. You join the class till the very end. I was like, thank you to the students.
Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
Todd.
you so much.
Congrats to us.
Like Golf, send me messages. It's always okay. You can always ask me questions, okay?
Thank you,
Teacher,
Miss Đất.
when you go to Vietnam, so please let us know, okay? So I'm in Hanoi.
I want to try that. I want to try that Nhang Tre, how do you say Nha Trang seafood? I really want to try that.
Yeah.
All right, bye-bye. I'll miss you.
Oh, bye-bye, teacher.
Bye
So
bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
Bye bye.